It is Valentine's Day, February 14th, Friday here. And I've been messing around a lot lately. Well, even just kind of in the last couple of days. That was just a little improv in drop D tuning. And something that crossed my radar recently. Well, it's going to turn into a long story. I'll try to cut to the quick. Been listening to a lot of Neil Young stuff lately, and particularly because going through some of the different volumes of his archives, which are these massive sets of tunes, live stuff, and outtakes, and all kinds of things. Anyway, but it got me revisiting. It got me thinking about some projects I meant to do, and for years we have talked about trying to get together a good list of his songs, not always his, but just songs in particularly D-related tunings, drop D, double drop D, DADDAD, Steve Still's modal tuning. And that kind of steered me into, there's a song that's been floating around on my radar for a long time now that I kept meaning to get to, and that was Word Game. I still have this album up here, Steve Still's too, because I just shot this the other day. And Word Game is from that, and it's in the modal tuning, the DADDAD, what I call DADDAD. It's also could be called D5 or Bruce Palmer's modal tuning according to Stills. And I like to do it, as I've mentioned in some of the songs that we've done with that, with a D, an A, and a D. An A on the fifth string is kind of the thing that makes it easier than going into the full 5 strings tune to D that Stills does in some songs. And then the G string tuned down to D as well, tuned down to the same D as here, and the B string to A, and the high E to D. Now, because I finally got to that lesson on Word Game, that also got me working on the project of coming up with a comprehensive list of all of the Neil Young tunes. This is unrelated. Well, it's sort of unrelated, because what we decided to do was put together a list of all of the Neil Young songs in double drop D, because he has I don't want to say a ton, but a lot of them. So I started going through the list of those, and that reminded me of a lot of the songs that are in drop D and in DADDAD. And I thought, okay, we got to put together a list of these. Even better, let's put together a pack of these. So we do have a pack available now of a super pack, actually, like 30 songs that have a bunch of Neil Young double drop D tunes in it, a couple of drop D, a Treetop Flyer, a bunch of Stills tunes. There's like 5 or 6, Sweet Judy Blue Eyes, Carry On, Word Game, and all that. So if you're a member and you have access to all that stuff, just look at that pack, because it'll give you the list of songs that you could mess with. If you're not, you could think about picking it up, because we'll have it on sale real soon, like starting tomorrow probably. Anyway, but it got me playing and thinking about a lot of these cool tunes again. Stuff like let me think. Go to G, right? Oh wait, I'm playing the wrong melody. Let me think about that. Got ahead of myself, I think. Let's go back to G again, right? Now the A, right? That might be one of the few that are in the drop D. Let me try the double drops. See if I can remember some of the tunes that are here. Let's think about these with the. Oh, there's stuff like There we go. That note is on the anyway, that one's in there. What uh-oh. I don't know if I can remember the chord. There's some unusual chords in this. I'll be able to get the melody at the same time, though. Let me see if I can remember the chords first. Oh, this one's got to be a B flat of some sort, right? And that A minor, yeah. So that's another one that's in there. Don't Let It Bring You Down. Let me think. What else is in double drop? Oh, the early ones. Yeah, Loner. Oh, Cinema Girl. Anyway, so those are just some of the tunes that are. There's got to be a 10 or 15 maybe of these double drop D songs, all put together in one set of lessons, along with Stills' DADDAD tunes and then Crosby's unusual tunes. Let's see. I'm going to go back into standard. I'm going to end. You know what? I think I'm just going to wrap this up, and with a couple of tunes in drop D. Let me think. Like, oh, here's one that everybody should know, right? Uh-oh, I should know it. There we go. Something like that. Boy, that reminds me of a song. You know, at the beginning of this, I just kind of noodled around in this drop D tuning, and a song popped into my head that I remember. I wrote this, I don't know, over 20 years ago, 25 years ago probably, in the early 2000s. And it just started with this kind of rumbling bass, and I was thinking about water running over stones in a creek or something like that. And I was trying to play these bass notes so softly that they just sounded like they were rumbling, and then it had a really delicate little melody popped out in it. Back together, something like this. Okay, then there's another part that mimics it a little bit. It's going to start on C. Repeats the whole first part again. I think I got this. That's most of it. There's another whole section, but that's as much of it as I can piece together now. Yeah, that tune is called Cobble Creek, by the way, and it was the title of an album I put together back of all my original pieces, or not all of them, but all of them were original pieces back about in the early 2000s. Let's see if there's anything else I want to talk about here. I don't think so. I think I just wanted to noodle around and wish everybody a nice Valentine's weekend. Hope everybody has a relaxing, fun time visiting family, friends, if that's what you're doing. And if not, pick up the guitar and play and mess around with drop D, double drop D, and even DADDAD if you want to play those Stills tunes. See you next week.